Oh yes, those are special effects, by the way. I'm Nick Shell, and I talk about hair loss. And I'm not an expert, I just psychologically help people as the founder, creator, and all the other titles of the Brotherhood of the Hair Loss. Yes, you heard that right. Now, what we're going to talk about today is these comments that keep popping up, because my YouTube channel is comment driven, it's comment based. And so most of my content, I'm responding to people who leave comments when they bring up things that I think that I can share with the rest of the Brotherhood of the Hair Loss. So here's the thing though, usually I would look at just one particular comment. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to address a multitude that I'm seeing pop up. Now, this week I hit the 900 mark for subscribers. So we're nearing 1,000, and I understand because I've got a blog, Family Friendly Daddy blog, and on there, you know, once I hit 1,000 followers on Facebook, certain companies started reaching out to me and that sort of thing because they knew I was more marketable at that point. And what I think's happening is I'm rising in the ranks now that I'm closer to 1,000, and people are realizing that, and so they're trying to use that to promote their own product. Which, hey, I'm a neutral guy. I'm a libertarian. I'm the neutral guy. But let's talk about it. Arogalife. Now, as you know, Christmas of this year, so just what, a couple weeks ago, I made the video with my dad where I started my 6-month venture into which we will be using oil on our hair just to prove whether or not it actually helps regrow hair. So in that video, we're specifically talking about rosemary oil. We put a few other things in there like lavender, but the main focus was rosemary. And then a couple days later, I started using pumpkin seed oil as well, as far as the capsules. So I'm committing to that. In particular, I'm committing to the rosemary oil, you know, until the end of June, until July, because then that's more than 6 months at that point. With that being said, though, a few weeks into it, someone left a comment, and they said, I've been using argan oil, and it's been working great. They said that they had braids, and they, I guess the braid fell out or whatever, so they used argan, and within 2 weeks it started going back. I thought, well, you know what? What's it going to hurt to, because I'm in here in Franklin, Tennessee, and I'm not that far, just a few blocks away from the Whole Foods. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to buy some argan oil. And it was on sale, so for $12 I got organic argan oil, and I've been faithfully applying that on my head every night before I go to bed, as I do all the other things. Because hey, why not? You know, why not? Keeping in mind that I'm a person who I believe I'm immune to the placebo effect, because I don't think this is going to work to begin with. I'm quite the doubting Thomas when it comes to this stuff. So, however, though, if it's real, it's going to work. As long as I'm faithful, which I am. I'm faithful for the next 6 months to do this. So if it works, if it physically works, everyone will know because you're watching my channel. And I'm documenting this in real time. But as far as argan oil, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I know that my sister, I was just talking to her last night, I called her, it was her 33rd birthday, and she mentioned that she was using argan oil. I didn't even know this. But she wanted to see, I guess, her hair be a little bit more thicker, so she was using it, and she said the same thing I acknowledged a few weeks ago, that when I put it directly on the part where there's no hair anymore, it caused me to break out, and I showed that in that video. Same thing happened to her. So she and I talked, okay, well, just don't put it where there's no hair, put it where there's already hair, and see if that thickens it up. So, I mean, that's the only side effect of that. I've got nothing bad to say about argan oil. I can't say that I can notice any difference, but again, I'm using at this point a cocktail of stuff, and the main ingredient ultimately, aside from the carrier oil, which is almond oil, the main focus here is the rosemary oil. But again, argan oil is thrown into the batch. Now, with that being said, what I think is curious about this whole thing about argan oil, especially now that I've made a video addressing the fact that I'm experimenting with it, is I'm getting comments from people about argan oil. But they were curious. It seemed like, what do you call it? Multi-platform business, you know? And that's how, in particular, people are with essential oils. You know, people are always wanting to sell each other essential oils and go to the oil parties and all this. And meanwhile, I'm thinking, but Whole Foods is like a mile that way, I can ride my mountain bike there and be there in 20 minutes and just get their name brand. And for what I need it for, it does the trick. So, you know, I don't sell essential oils. I don't sell anything. I really don't. And I'm very clear about that. I've always been clear about that with my YouTube channel. I am not here to sell you anything. I like to be neutral. It's more fun to just stand back and say, hey, this either worked or it didn't. And that way it's more reputable, you know? So, but here's what I'm sensing. I'm sensing that people of the Argan oil community have realized I've got some kind of platform that they may be able to benefit from. So they're leaving comments about Argan oil and that sort of thing. Not necessarily leaving like links to the website or whatever, but I am noticing that. So just now, just today, I decided that I'm going. Where is it? Here it is. I wrote it down. I decided today I'm going to Google this because I was seeing Arogalife, not simply just Argan oil. Because I think the first comment that got me to try it out was they just said Argan oil, but it's these 2-line testimonials. I was like, yeah, this is part of some kind of guerrilla marketing scheme. So I was like, okay, let's Google it. So I did. So Arogalife, not simply Argan oil, because I just have the Whole Foods brand. You know, it's not the Arogalife, I don't believe. So I Googled Arogalife, and number 8 on when I Googled it, gave me the answer that showed that my predictions were accurate. Because here's what happens when you Google Arogalife, or when I did. Quote, excuse me, as an Arogalife, let's say Arogalife, as an Arogalife wellness partner, you are part of a family with all the easy to use tools to support you to achieve your goals. So that's what I saw. So then I thought, Arogalife, okay, let's Google that. So then I Googled Arogalife, and I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong, and it brings me to arogalife.com, in which it apparently, and I didn't click on the link, I just saw the kind of the titles there, the subtitles or whatever, and you know, they tell you how you can become a wellness partner. And my guess is, prove me wrong, my guess is that then you can, you know, get a discount on the oils as you sell them. You know, the whole thing, you know, the multi-tier platform, whatever I'm supposed to say, whatever that's called, it does appear that's the case. So it backs up my theory, as I thought from the beginning. People are seeing my platform as a place to leave comments to lead back to Arogalife or Arganlife or whatever it is. And that's fine. I mean, that's fine. I don't mind you, you know, be in the comments there. And if it helps somebody, hey, that's great. I'm all about helping people, which is why I'm doing these videos about these other oils. But what I wanted to do, I thought, you know what, is since these comments have been popping up so frequently here all of a sudden, now that I'm reaching 1,000 subscribers, I thought, you know what, why don't I make a video and acknowledge this? That way I can draw everybody to the same video. So that way, if you're an Arogalife wellness partner, here's a platform for you. Go ahead and tell everybody all about it, draw them to you, and tell them what they need to know. Now, hopefully, I've presented this all completely neutral, because I have no emotions or thought about it. All I simply have done, hopefully, in this video, is to recognize that there is a movement, there is a guerrilla marketing strategy, is what I want to call it, to sell the product and to move the product into this wellness product thing. I'm simply recognizing that it exists. I'm not saying it's good, bad, or whatever. I'm just saying it exists. I'm acknowledging that it exists. So let me draw all the traffic to this video, put the comments in there, and then that way, you know, and I will be honored to have been the person. I'm honored to know that I have enough subscribers that you would seek me out to do that. So you know, that's great. I like to be the third party. I really like being neutral on this. And you know, maybe you don't even work for Arogalife or whatever it is. Maybe you just have, on your own, kind of like me, stumbled into Argan oil and realized, hey, this has worked for me. Even though I don't know anything about Arogalife, the oil itself has been effective, and I want to share that. Or you may say, you know what, I tried it and it didn't do anything for me. I didn't know. Let's just make this like a sounding board for all that, is what I'm thinking. Can I be any more direct that I am just neutral on the whole topic? I'm simply acknowledging this. But there is a movement, and I'm acknowledging that there's an Argan oil movement, and I am simply a spectator. So tell us what we need to know, people.